Right, folks, I'm back with the man, Unky Steve. I do apologise to Unky Steve because I didn't actually describe my merchandise to you, did I?
No, he didn't. He failed in his duty to the visually impaired. It's not good
Yes,
enough.
it's not good enough.
Try harder.
So, you can't win. So, but there you go. Well, at least you ain't being called a sellout, Steve.
No, well,
like some
no,
people are
not.
doing to me, trying to hurt my feelings, you know. Right, what we've done, folks, is Unky Steve, believe it or not, has never had KFC chicken wings.
He hasn't.
He hasn't, you see. And they are spicy, and you do like the spicy stuff, don't you, Steve?
I do.
So what I've done, folks, I've popped to the KFC in Colville, and I'm treating Unky Steve and Auntie Sue if she wants one. Do you like a spicy wing, Sue?
Not for me, thank you.
Not for Sue, thank you. To have a go.
Right.
So this is the bucket there. It's cost me the grand total of £5.99. Why don't they just make it £6? I can't never work that out. Do they make it sound better?
It's a psychological barrier, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it's £6, that's expensive. £5.99. Oh, that's all right. It's only a fiver.
But it's what you want anyway, so why don't you just have it? Just have it and stop messing around. Well, God, she knows. So there it is, folks. There's the wings inside there. Steve?
Right.
There's the bucket. That's so you know what the bucket looks like. And there's the chicken wings in there.
Bloody hell. Are they from a turkey? Oh, no, they're small. Right.
So we've got 20 of them.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Here we
tuck
go.
in. And tell me what you think, Steve. Just let me know what you think.
Well, that's nice. It's quite spicy.
Yeah.
The initial bite.
Yeah.
Not over the top spicy, but I like the... is it breaded or is it... Yeah, it's breaded into it.
It's got. I think it's breaded.
Yeah, quite nice that.
It's
Quality.
spicy, but do you sure you don't want to try one, Sue?
No, not for me, thank you.
Because they're not that spicy. It's just salt and peppery spicy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see what, Sue?
What do you think, Steve?
I think you'd struggle.
Would you?
Really?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't think you would struggle, Sue. I think Steve's just being a greedy git and keeping them all to himself.
Go on, have a little bite.
What venture into the spice? Do you
Yeah. There we go. So I'll pass
Oh,
them.
okay,
I'll
then.
pass the bucket.
Bucket. So it is as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't
Right.
be sick in it, will you? Because when people say pass the bucket,
No,
Yeah.
I probably will try not to be.
For the visually impaired, Sue's tucking in.
I am.
What do you think, Sue?
Slightly spicy. It's getting spicier.
Yeah.
But I
Get
can
off
bear
it.
it at the moment. Nice quality meat too.
It ain't too bad, is it? It's not too bad at all.
No,
This is what I say about KFC
it's very good.
and McDonald's. KFC certainly do a better flavour of things.
that is nice, I must say.
Do you want another one, Steve? Oh, you're still chucking into that one.
I am. I'm a little bit funny about gristly, bony stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But
But it seems okay.
to be fair to KFC, it's very rare that they have a bad piece of meat.
You're always going to get a little bit on the inside of the joint anyway,
Yeah.
where the bone is.
Yeah,
Can't avoid that.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm very impressed with the quality.
Yeah, it's not too hot, is it?
no, it's just got.
No, it's not. It's not too bad at all.
I say salt and pepper. It's
Yeah.
a little
I
bit
don't know
more.
what the spices are,
Yeah.
but it
It's
is.
a little bit more
is
than
it,
salt
is
and
it
pepper.
chilly?
Give us another one, then Blue. Let's have another one.
Here you are. There you go, Steve.
Right, you are. Cheers.
So I thought, Steve, while we're doing this KFC thing that you've never had, we could talk about something else. And
Yes, go on.
no,
It's all.
and we did a recording once, didn't we, of your tale, story, life experiences.
We did, but we didn't use it.
But we didn't use it because I screwed up the podcast, and then it was just it was knackered.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
my nose wrong. I think I'm
Do you want to dump your chicken bones, Sue?
I think I'm
Please.
verging on getting a cold, actually.
Yes,
Did you want another one, Sue? Or?
I'm going to. Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, there
Yes,
you go.
There you are. You
Dip
see.
your toe in.
That surprised you, didn't it?
It did.
Did me as well.
So I didn't know whether you wanted to have a chat about a few things in your past life, Steve. And
Yeah, you can if you like.
well, what would you like to talk about?
You ask me some questions and I'll answer you.
Right.
That's thrown him.
Well, how was school life for the visually impaired as a child that had to go away from home?
At the time, traumatic.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being sent away from home at the age of, 5 for Sue, wasn't it, Sue? Sue was
Yes.
5. I was a little bit more fortunate, if you can call it that.
Yeah.
I went away at the age of about 7 because, like was said on a previous video, whether people saw it or not, I don't know. But I've got another disability as well. I've got brittle bones like Oliver and Luke on here, and another guy, Matthias, or can't remember his other name.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, that does.
Yeah. It's osteogenesis imperfecta, so it means I break easily.
Breaks like a chicken leg.
Yeah, yeah. Or like a footballer's leg.
Yeah. Oh, don't talk to me about that yesterday. I was watching that. If you don't know, you probably do, but I've done that twice, and it fucking hurts. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, I turned it off.
Yeah.
Carry on, Steve.
So, obviously, you know, with having
Dump your
that
bones, Sue.
slight,
I'll go and fetch something
more than
like
slight
that.
difficulty, I didn't go to boarding school initially. Because, for quite honest, to be honest, they didn't know that they could cope with somebody that was likely to fracture every 5 seconds. But eventually I did. It was traumatic at the time. Didn't really like it. Can you imagine being, you know, one day you're at home with your family and later that day you're 90 miles away with total strangers.
Yeah. And it's not like it was a trip of today world, is it? Where you just jump in the van and you can do about 80 or 90 in the van.
No.
You know.
No, it was in Shropshire. I'm in Leicestershire. It was in Shropshire, so it was a bit of an ordeal. I think, Dave, to be honest with you, I've blocked a lot of it out. There are certain things I remember, but a lot of it has been erased.
Yes.
By my
well, I suppose you do, don't
memory.
you?
Yeah.
So how long were you actually at school for? I mean...
That particular one?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want to answer these questions...
No, not
good,
at all. Know. I'm just thinking, a couple of years.
Yeah.
Until I, guess what, spectacularly broke my leg. Which meant back at home for a little while till it was a little bit improved. And then I went to another school in Northamptonshire called Rushton Hall, which people in that vicinity may know of. There are two, it's confusing. There's Rushton and Rushden.
Right.
And they're relatively close together in Northamptonshire. This is the Ton, T-O-N at the end of Rushton.
Yeah.
Again, it was actually a stately home type place. Lots of these schools for the blind were.
Yes.
And it was a big hall. I think it's a hotel now, because they closed down. I was there for a couple of years. Then I went to another school in Shropshire, near Shrewsbury. Stayed there a couple of years. Then I went to another school near Birmingham, near the Austin Morris factory in Longbridge, a place called Licky Grange.
Licky Grange?
Yeah, I know you love an innuendo.
I do. I love a Licky.
But I've got a brilliant one for you. There was actually a place near it, and it still exists. It's a little, well, it's probably bigger than a little village now. You ready for this? You'll love it.
Yeah.
It was called Licky End.
Ooh. Licky End. We'll have to remember that, June.
I knew you'd like that.
Yeah. So did you you keep on eating your chicken wing, mate, and I'll ask a question.
Yeah.
So did you learn the standard lessons at school? I mean, was there any point in teaching you French like they seem to teach kids nowadays, or was it just the maths, the English, reading, writing, or Braille in your case?
We didn't do languages. We did everything else.
Do you want another chicken wing, mate? While you're
Go on then.
Go on then, there you go.
Pretty much. That's a funny chicken wing, wasn't it?
That's one of them wipes. It's a wipe. Don't think it's salt, or she'll...
No.
You know.
Yeah, we did pretty much. I mean, I was only sort of like average. I wasn't brilliant at school. I'm not an intellectual. I'm not a high flyer.
No.
But there is a school for blind kids who are academically very bright, and that's in Worcester. And there they did do languages and all the rest of it, you know, high flying stuff, you know. But I wasn't cut out for that. So no, we did history and we did geography. We got braille maps and stuff, embossed maps of.
Yes, I can remember the braille maps
Yeah.
when I was a kid because you obviously brought them home with you.
Yeah, well, I bought them myself.
Yeah.
They weren't the schools. They were.
Oh, right.
But yeah, they did maps of Europe, all sorts of stuff. Raised up, hollows for rivers, rough texture for mountains.
They were bloody good maps, they were.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
Because although they were colourful for me and my sister to look at, they were really, really well detailed maps because, like you say, they did actually have it was well raised, the mountains and the stuff, and you could follow a river.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look back into, when I was a kid, when I was in the 70s, they were really quite detailed and well thought out. Whoever thought of them.
They did capital towns. You know, not every city, but the capitals of Europe were indicated. Then we had one of the British Isles.
Yeah.
Which was more detailed, if you like.
Yeah.
Not every city, but the major cities: Leicester, Birmingham, Manchester, Birmingham. You know, Liverpool, Nottingham. All those types of places were indicated.
Yeah.
So it was quite good. Yeah.
So after you left school and all that, then what were your plans? I mean,
my plans were to.
I mean, you weren't going to be a parachutist.
No, I wasn't going to be a parachutist.
All that kind of thing.
No. It was around about 1970 by this time, and guess what happened?
Guess what happened, folks?
I slipped and broke my leg again.
Yeah.
Right. So that put pay to my.
Our Stephen, as they say round here.
What are you doing now? You
Yeah.
know, well, you know.
Yeah, what you done? Well, your leg's in plaster, right? Yeah. Why do people do that? Your leg's in plaster, and like you can't move. You're sitting there. You're having to piss in a bottle, and people say, "What you done?"
Yeah.
I've hit my head. What stupid questions do they ask?
Yeah. That's where it all started to unravel, really, because I was near the end of my school years. I left in the May. I should have left in the July anyway, but I left in the May with my leg in plaster and all the rest of it. Came back home. The plan was for me to go away to learn telephony, because there used to be lots of blind telephonists at the time, especially in companies. They used to adapt switchboards. You know, it was in the days when it was all manual, basically.
Yes.
None of the automatic exchanges. So you'd ring up, say, "Can I speak to Blue Van Man?" And they'd just say, "Yeah, putting you through."
Yeah.
Well, you know, but that didn't happen because I went through quite a phase of not being very well with bone problems and stuff, so I never did it.
You weren't just using this as an excuse to get out of work like some people do nowadays, were you, Steve? You were actually.
If I'd have thought about it.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I did end up because, as I've said to you, we had the Pally toy factory in the vicinity.
Yeah.
And I did end up doing a little bit of homework for them. Just to pass the time, sorting action men out.
Now that is a good idea, people. If there are any toy companies out there who are making toys for the blind, although Steve's knocking on, we are quite open to be used as experiments, aren't we, Steve? You know, if people want to send toys for the visually impaired to try, we're more than willing to open.
Yeah.
Just passing on for these. Do you want another chicken wing?
No.
No, right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave these here with you, Sue, and just whack them in the microwave for tonight for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then you can eat them alone as well. Do you want a wet wipe, Sue?
Oh, that's kind, thank you. I was going to just go and fetch a.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
so
it's in a little packet.
It is, yes.
So we were sorting action men out. They used to send massive, great big bags, sacks.
Do you want a wet one, Steve? Why you?
Oh, yes, go on.
Mate.
Thank you very much. Very tasty.
Yeah. Yeah, you were sorting big bags of...
Yeah, and they all came all separate. You got a bit gruesome really. You got bags of hands, left hand, bags of right hand, bags of left feet, bags of right feet, bags of thighs.
You could have made yourself a new body.
Well, you know, it's a bloody good idea, isn't it? If only I'd have thought about it. And then you used to have to sort them out and then separate them and then put them into other bags, smaller bags, and then they'd get taken back to the factory where they were assembled. So if anybody ended up with an action man with 2 left feet, it was probably my fault.
Yeah.
But what I like about that, Steve, is that you were still prepared to do something, unlike some of the idiots that walk around, or don't walk around, who are not, think the world owes them a living, where you never really did that, did you? You still got on with it. So,
so that went on for a
during this time, during your school time, you met Sue, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
I met Sue at Licky Grange at the Birmingham.
What a place to meet, down the Licky Grange. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know.
And that's it, really. You've been with Sue ever since, or she's been stuck with you?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely right, absolutely.
So is there anything else you'd like to tell? I mean, when we did that other video, we had quite a good chat, didn't we? That
We did. Well, we can do more if people like it.
Yeah, if people want to know more about Unky Steve's history, and we'll see if we can get Spielberg to make it into a film.
Yeah.
Be a bit like Forrest Gump or something, would it? Only without the running.
Well, no, definitely without the running, Wheeling, maybe, but not.
Wheeling, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, we used to have some laughs, didn't we, really, Steve, when me and my sister were growing up. And
oh, God, yeah. You used to play a little game. I don't think you did it, but your sister did. When she was about, 5, 6, 7, something like that. She had this mania for showing us things and, do you know what this is? And she'd put something in a paper bag, a toy. Maybe a farmyard animal or something like that, but it was pretty obvious what they were.
Yeah.
And she was amazed that we knew what it was. I bet she can remember that.
Well, I suppose that's real, because you've obviously never seen a cow.
No.
So how would you recognise a cow? Was it just the udders, or?
Well, I've never really touched a cow.
No.
But seen lots of models of them, and models and that are very, very constructive or instructive, should I say?
Yeah.
I remember wanting desperately to know what a Concorde was like.
Yeah.
And I got an Airfix model, and somebody made it up for me, and then I understood
what all the fuss were about.
What the aircraft was like.
Yeah.
Same with I remember I had a VC-10 as well.
Yes, I remember that. The model toy thing.
Yes.
One of the things I can actually remember is, Steve, you did actually have not lots of airplanes, but you had quite a few airplanes and stuff like that.
I did. Lancaster bomber and stuff like that. All made with, and it gives you an idea, because you can describe it until you're blue in the face, right? Yeah. But
Sue's laughing at the blue bit there.
Yeah,
the blue
sorry.
I never thought of that. But it does give you an idea what things are like, perspective, and what the shape is.
Yeah.
So
you had trains as well.
Yeah, I had electric train set. Yeah.
And you think to yourself, well, what interest and what joy would you get out of that? But you do, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll tell you what we'll do. Well, go on, Steve, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, if you want to hear more of this...
That's what I was going to say.
Blanket rambling on about life.
We'll do I'll tell you what, folks, if you go to my Twitter page, or if you go to my my YouTube page, and I've got two email addresses, the contacts one and the Blue Van Man one. I can't remember them because I'm stupid and thick and I can't remember stuff now. I'm over 50. And if you just go to there and just pop a question down, and we'll do a special, Steve. We'll have a half-hour special of questions and stuff where I will read them out.
Okay.
And we'll go and say, if you've got any questions for Sue and Steve, or Steve and Sue, whichever way around you want it, we'll do it. So back to the chicken wings, Steve, because that was the most important bit.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll give them a thumbs up.
They're all right, aren't they, them chicken wings? It's got like a crispy,
They're
airy
okay.
batter, hasn't it? And I don't mean airy as in hair, but it's got a light, crispy batter, hasn't it? That's like been really,
Yeah.
fried. But
So my first experience is I've had something else KFC, but I've never had chicken wings.
yeah, did I get you some or what? I can't remember.
I can't remember what we had.
No, but there's some good stuff coming out. So.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we'll leave that one there. And if you have got any questions, get them to me somehow, and we will do them. Okay.
Cheers,
Later.
everybody. Bye.